Although I did not announce that I was going to come live, but I decided to come live. Um, I think today is one of those days that you you just have to come live because of our nation. I'm just waiting for people to join and then okay, welcome everyone, wherever you're joining from. Thank you so much. This is just a short live that I want to do without wasting much of your time. If I had known, I would have even maybe promoted this live that I was going to do, but it just crossed my mind that I should do it. Because a day like this, as Nigerians, it calls for sober reflection. We have gone through a lot as Nigerians, still going through a lot, but in all of it, I am someone who is a very positive person. I try to see the positive, even when everything is bleak, even when everything seems like there is no need to be positive. I still try to see the positive because if we all decide to focus on the negative, how are we like it's just not going to help our mindset. It's just not going to help us in the long run. So there is need for us to also see the positive things, the positive side of people. Because why will we always continue to say a lot is not going right, a lot is not going right? Yeah, we agree. For those saying the country is not where we're supposed to be, there is nothing to celebrate. You're right. For those also saying that I have so much to celebrate, you're also right. Okay? But the truth is that when we want to focus so much on the government, we will always see everything wrong. That's the truth. Because government, successive government over the years, they have failed us. Yes. So you wouldn't even blame Nigerians who don't have faith in this government or any other government. Even when some kind of um, development or some kind of, there's some kind of improvement, they don't agree because they feel like, oh, what is the government trying to achieve by doing this? There's something they want to do. Okay, they want to do this. That's why they are doing this. We don't even trust them, right? We don't even think that they can do, like everybody, a lot of people have lost faith in Nigeria. Yes. But you see, let us for a minute forget those people, the government, and think about you and I, we Nigerians. You see, I will always tell people that as bad as we think Nigeria is, the largest population of Nigerians are still in Nigeria. Yes, insecurity, this, that, but the largest population, they're still in Nigeria. You can say, oh, if they have their way, they will run away. But I'm telling you that, have you ever thought about it? Why rich men don't leave Nigeria? Like they just go travel and still come back. Why they have the resources to be able to jackpot or run away. But why do they go and come back? Because there is money in Nigeria. There is something in Nigeria that we are not seeing, right? So no matter we can explore, we can travel, we can even live somewhere else. We can decide to. I mean, it's okay. You don't have to live in. We are human beings. Everybody don't have to be in Nigeria. No, I'm not even subscribing to that. If it's Sudan that you find your peace, go there. Okay. But all I'm just saying is that wherever we are, we shouldn't lose faith in our country. We should continue to be positive about our country while also calling out the government. While also calling out the government. Because wherever we are, we can call out the government without denigrating our country. That I will sit down here and say, President Tinubu, there is no insecurity. A reporter on Arise TV was killed because of an armed robbery attack. Was that something happened in Kwara State? This, that, that. I can call the government without denigrating my country. I can single out the problem and still keep the dignity of my country intact. That is all I'm saying. But what we see so much on social media is people pulling down the country, the image of the country. No, because the country is you and I. The country is us. The country is no politician. And because those people who want to pull down the country, they are pulling down the country because of the ineffectiveness of the politicians, right? But when any moment you have to say, oh God, because of this thing, I am so proud to be Nigerian today. It's a Nigerian like you and I that did it. When we say Afrobeat is out there because of a Nigerian like you and I. We will fix Nigeria, yes. Classic man, yes, we will fix Nigeria. Wherever you are, you see, you don't also have to fix Nigeria in Nigeria. Even if you are living in Siberia, you can fix Nigeria in your own. You can be positive about Nigeria. A lot of people have left Nigeria because of economic reasons. Yes, I agree. And we don't even begrudge them. We don't begrudge anybody because anybody, and apart from that, let's forget economic reasons. If you want to leave Nigeria, you can leave. Like it's okay to live anywhere else. So I don't want to believe that everybody who left Nigeria, they are running away because of something. I can try to say, okay, I just like Cameroon. Let me go there. Let me go and live there. It's okay. But you see, I just always have a problem with people who denigrate the country. I have a problem with it. I have done a video I have not posted, like Independence Day, where I just talked about, the president's speech and things that should be done right. And, I have not posted it. I'll post that. But I just decided to come live to see if I can actually have people that will come online and will talk about, the country. Yes, Nigeria, a lot of people have reasons to be angry. A lot of people have reasons to not have faith in the country. Yes, we're not even going to pretend that all is well. No, all is not. So let's stay on the issue. Is it security? Let's constantly call on the president because that is your job. You took up this job because you said you have the magic wand to fix the country. So you call on the president all the time. Oh, the roads are bad, you call on the president. Oh, the schools, the hospitals are in bad shape, you call on the president. But you cannot say Nigeria is Nigeria. I don't want to even use the word because I cannot, for the life of me, use such derogatory words for my country. Nigeria is this. Nigeria is Nigeria. All when they say Nigeria happened to you, what do you mean Nigeria happened to you? Okay, if you say Nigeria happened, I see that statement all the time, and I just shake my head when I read it because when we say Nigeria happened to you, those people who are enjoying the fruit of the land, is Nigeria happening to them too? Why are you only picking the bad side to say that Nigeria happened to these people? When those people who also become rich and are flourishing in Nigeria, are we also saying Nigeria happened to them? Or are we only picking to choose when the evil or the bad things happen? Are we only picking the bad things to say, okay, Nigeria happened to them? Meanwhile, those who are flourishing, we're not saying Nigeria happened to them. Why are we only picking the bad side to say, okay, Nigeria happened to these people? Why? The biggest movie industry in Africa is in Nigeria. The biggest fashion industry is Nigeria. Like in Africa, is Nigeria. The biggest tech industry is in Nigeria. The biggest skit comedy industry is in Nigeria. Nigeria is now huge in export. And you see the funniest thing, our non-oil exports, because before it's oil and gas, Nigeria is oil. But we have now diversified. We're diversifying. The exports, now we are now becoming an exporting nation in non-oil products. That counts for something. Are we where we're supposed to be? No. But you see, let us stop denigrating our country. Let a day like this, yes, maybe a lot of things are happening that might make us tempted to do that. But if we still have pride and dignity for our country, we should learn how to bridle our tongue when we talk about our country. Because you come out, you say, I went to this country, they treated me in a not so pleasant way. Why? Because we are on social media running our mouth, running ourselves down. You on social media saying Nigeria is Nigeria, and you want to get and you show Nigeria passport, and you think the person will automatically start treating you right? No, they will not treat you right because you have already offered yourself on that, what they call it, that platter or whatever. They will treat you just the way we have presented ourselves. A lot is happening. I will always say it. We continue to call on the government to do the right things. But if things are still in Africa, if you're still calling the largest economies, we are there. Say it by our population. If it's easy, may they run out. Say the largest movie, all those other entertainment, everything that makes up creativity, entertainment-wise, music, fashions, whatever it is. Now we they run them. And who are the people running it? Nigerians in Nigeria. That means if we are the largest in all of this, and where are those people coming from? In Nigeria. And it's the Nigerians and Nigerians that are running it. That should also tell you something. There are people still flourishing. That is not all bad. Right? Yes, security, security, security. I agree. So let us in one accord, let us in one voice put pressure on the government for that. Let us in one accord do that. Let us lend our voices. Let's remove our eyes from who is there. Because you know what? Who is there is who is there. Whether you want another person to be there, is the person that is there is the president of all of us. Whether it's a young person or it's an old person, is our president. We don't have to like it. But what we all can do is that we can demand better together. We can demand better together. Let us come together, tell ourselves the truth, and put ethnicity aside and demand better. I am Igbo, married to Yoruba. There are Hausas married to, we have so integrated in marriage, in business, in that we shouldn't let ethnicity be the problem of Nigeria today. If a Yoruba man is president and he's not doing well, we all as Nigerians should come together to say, okay, he's not doing well. We're not looking at the tribe, we're not looking at the party, we're not looking at the religion. He's just not doing well. If Yoruba man is there, he's doing well, we should all come together to say, he is a Yoruba man. We're not looking at Yoruba man. We're not looking at his party. We're not looking at religion and say, oh, he's our president. He's doing well. Kudos to him. And we'll cheer him on. We cannot, we'll be hypocrites if we sit down to say that there is nothing, or how do I put it? I don't want to use, I'm trying to choose my words carefully so that I don't come off as ignorant or as a hypocrite. Like they are moving forward or they are putting policies and modalities in place for things to be right. Yes, we'll be hypocritical to say they are not doing that. But are those things working now? Are they already trickling down for the average man on the streets to benefit? I don't think so. I don't think people, Nigerians, the real Nigerians are already feeling the effect of this government. That is where the government should work on. Because yes, they might be doing things, because I don't want to believe that any government wants to get into power and don't want to do anything. Because you will leave office and it's your legacy that will speak for you, right? So they might get there and then maybe people that they put around them, bring them down or help them to do well, because somehow it's people around them that the government succeed is the people that they put in, key positions, right? So I'm not going to sit down to say they are not working towards it. But the truth is that, okay, for a while now, we've been talking about they have been able to stabilize the economy. They've been able to stabilize the economy. And that's the truth. They've been able to stabilize it. There was a time that the amount of dollar in the morning is different from the amount of dollar in the evening. The following day is another one. In the evening of that following day is another. Yes, we've had times that was what happened. But now, though still high, but it has remained in that mark, right? It has remained there. So, and there are a lot of things that people have, some sectors are experiencing a boom, especially you see agriculture, people are exporting more. And maybe the devaluation of our naira made it a way that, I don't know, I'm not an economist in that, but in my little read that I've seen online, what I've been able to understand is that a lot of people are now coming into Nigeria to buy because when they bring in their currency here, they get more and they are able to buy more in Nigeria. So somehow we are attracting a lot of markets into Nigeria. However, there are other things that needs to be in place. Education, health, what's it again? Just maybe as I'm talking, some of them will come into my head. The roads, infrastructural development in general. These are things that people at this point, they want to start seeing genuine progress. Because very soon, people will start telling you that, okay, Oga, you don't tell us, say we don't stable for a while. We don't stable. We want to move forward. Yes, we want to move forward. Because independent speech every year sounds the same thing. I don't want Tinubu to come next year and you're saying the same thing. And by that next year, it's already close to 2027. By this time next year, by this time next year, we're like a few months away from election. If election is like around, let's say January, February, next year, October, it will be some few months to election. So we don't want to be hearing this same speech by this time next year. Because this is 2.5 years gone now. And if we're still saying that, then those who are saying that there is no reason to celebrate, you might tend to want to say, okay, they have a point. Like it's always like it depends on the standpoint people are looking at it from. But I will continue to be on that. The reason for this, my video, is that we have a country to build. We shouldn't join in our anger or rage about things not going on right. We shouldn't join in pulling our country down. We shouldn't join in bringing our country down. Like, where is your pride? Where is your dignity? Stay on the issue. Stay on the issue. I'm not even saying that stay on the issue, because there are some people don't know how to differentiate staying on issue and bringing your country down. You think America is perfect? They go to their media, listen to their media. They call out their government all the time. But you don't see them denigrate America. They can call out their president. They can call out their senators, even use the strongest words on them. But they cannot talk down on America. That is why we all uphold, even we that are not Americans, we are upholding America with them because of how they have placed America for us. You cannot even bring America down in an American's presence. No. If you want to insult their president, or if you want to insult it's not their business. But you see that country called America, they've all fought for it. Their forefathers, they've all come together to build it in their own little way, their taxes, their whatever. So they will not bring America as a country down, because they know that it's them that built America. So if anybody enters, one person enters and your president, you're doing anyhow, they can face that person squarely and face the person's policies. But you bring down your country, you want to compare your country all the time in a very nasty comparison that brings down your country. Where do you draw the line? Where do you draw the line in comparing your country and, in trying to your country to be better? You can say, oh, go to America. This is what America is doing. Nigeria can replicate it. You can do that. You're not denigrating Nigeria. You're saying, okay, this is what is being done here. Let it be. Let our government can replicate that. They can do the same thing. Oh, this is done in South Africa. Oh, this is done in Cameroon. You can. I want the Nigerian government. You can replicate that. That is okay. That is a good comparison. But you bring out one school in one place, you bring out another school, you say, look at it. Like, why not say government, our schools are bad? Go and work on our education system. Why do you want to bring it in that shameful comparison that you're putting yourself into? I don't get it. Like, when I see it online, I say, God, so like, where is your sense of loyalty to your country? Where is it? Where is it? Nigeria, yes, a lot of things are happening. So if you say Nigeria happened to this person in a bad way, also say Nigeria happened to this person in a good way. The richest person in Africa is inside Nigeria that he made his money. He did not travel abroad. All the people that we call the rich people in Nigeria, now you might have your reservation about them in their own, but I'm saying that whatever wealth they built in Nigeria. In the 10 top richest people in Africa, Nigeria is almost like 4 or 5 of them. And people who got rich in Nigeria, we're not even talking about the rich people outside Nigeria, we're talking about the rich people in Nigeria. So if we are going to sit down and criticize Nigeria, let us be fair in our criticism while still upholding the dignity of our country. Because we all call Nigeria, 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 Nigeria. Nigeria is not a thing. No. Nigeria is you and I. Because when you say Nigeria, that country, Nigeria, hold Nigeria like this. You can't hold Nigeria like this. But you see, you are the Nigerian. I am the Nigerian. We all are the Nigerians. But if you're thinking that you want to say, see Nigeria, go, you are telling yourself, go. You're telling yourself you're stupid. You're calling yourself your own self name and your generation without even knowing it. But you see, agenda must agenda. Social media money must be made. Of course, they've been able to find out that somehow negative about Nigeria sells. Want to just say, oh, Nigeria airport, see what happened. Go and see the traction that post gets. And because everybody wants to make money on social media, they've taken that line because every other country is buying into it. So yeah, but they forget that even if it's only 2 person or 3 people, 2 people or 3, what am I saying? Even if it's only 1 person or 2 people or more watches your video talking positive about Nigeria, at least 1 or 2 people, they've heard it. You can change 1 person at a time. You can do that. A day like this should call for sober reflection for all of us in the way we talk about our country when we are on social media. I did a post yesterday about how the movies didn't help in projecting the image of the country, and I stand by it. So there was a post that a comment I got there. I got that said that instead of me that why am I blaming people who were just doing entertainment? That I should blame the government that didn't do that brought the country to where it is today. I said, okay, that is your opinion, and it's fine. But you see, that mindset is only when you come out to think that it's only government that will fix Nigeria. Because we don't know that everything you see that doctor working in the US, let the person do something bad. That's when they will remember that person is a Nigerian. And also when they want to give accolades, even if they will still somewhere mention that the person is a Nigerian. So I'm just saying that in everything we are doing, in our little way, people might not be watching. We are all selling Nigeria in our own little way. That is why 1 person will commit a crime somewhere, they will attribute it to every Nigerian. So I'm just saying that we are all ambassadors of our nation. That aside, but I gave a narrative in that video saying that we all see America the way America is today because of how they sold America to us, because of how they made America be like that Eldorado that you go to and then boom, your life becomes good, right? That's how they sold America to, and we all bought into that narrative. Now go to America and see people living on the street. Go to America and see people who are homeless. Go to America and see all those things that you think is worse off in your country. They're happening in America. But the point I'm making is that their movies, they understood when they started the movie that they are all stakeholders in building America. Why is it that all those gangster movies did not stop us from coming to America or visiting America? We still, even if we heard that they shot somewhere, we still want to go to America, right? Because why? Their movies, the positive that they saw with their movies outnumbered the negative, right? But you see, in Nigeria, those days, and then when they started, they already had a census board that even if they want to show the ills of the society, they didn't show it in such a way that they are denigrating their country. They might show that they have the drug problems, the gun problem, violence, and all of that. But they still showed, you will still find out how what they are doing to curb it, what they are doing to bring it under control. But our movies, somehow, there was no quality control. I stand by that, what I said. Those movies, we all watched it. But I'm telling you that a lot of us will not want to go and watch, you know, all those movies like Blood Money anymore. I'm not sure what, if you even watch it now, you're cringing. Like, how are we even watching this? Like social media, because then we thought that we're just watching it in the four corners of our parlors, forgetting now that if somebody like a part in Blood Money, have you not seen like a clip that you of old Nollywood you see online and shame go to catch you? And you're ashamed, like, God, why were people even acting this thing? Why were we saying, hi, Odogo? Oh, there's a lot of people who are here. Emmanuel Wanchuku. Oh, you've been typing since, so sorry. I'm just trying to make this video very short. I've seen that you've been here. Thanks so much. You need to tell ourselves the bitter truth regardless of ethnicity and religion. The problem is the will of our leaders to listen. How can we make demands when people use that as an advantage to unleash their hate on each other? Yes, Wanchuku. Yes, the concerns, your concerns are valid. Don't get me wrong, they are valid. People are, we are so divided on ethnic line in Nigeria. And you see, it became worse after 2023 election. It became worse. And we have allowed, that's what I'm still saying, that if we all speak as Nigerians, irrespective of our tribe, we will not allow one politician to come in and divide and rule. Because it pays them to do that, It pays them to do that. Now, Mwachuk, if you are saying the government is dividing us, no, we allowed them to do that. No, we did allow them to do that. Because why? Because when they give us, somebody will come and say, they don't want Igbo man to enter. And we Igbos will buy it. Oh, Yoruba people, they will say, oh, because it's Tinubu that is there, Igbos hate Tinubu. And Yorubas will buy it. They are playing ping pong with us. Yeah, they are doing that. And we are, sorry, I got a call and I was a bit distracted. You say, yeah, Opong is saying, I don't want those blood money issues. Yes, I mean, the movies now are cleaner. They are cleaner now with, even if they're selling love, they're selling love. But we have more positive vibe, movies now. I can actually say that. I mean, if you see the movies on YouTube, we have more of love, love, love. Okay, if you don't, instead of if that's what you want to be doing, it's better than promoting all those blood money. And again, I think the platforms these days somehow censor them So you can't even be slaughtering and be doing blood or doing all those many. The platform will not even allow you to do a lot of all those gory things. So yeah, that is helping. But back to what Nwachukwu was I was talking about what Nwachukwu was saying about ethnicity. If we don't allow our politicians to do that, they will not do that. Yes, and that pattern has been working for them. And who changes a winning formula? Who changes a winning formula? They know that if they come and spread it that, hey, Igbo man go talk, you don't give it people. Yoruba man go talk, you don't give it people. Hausa man go talk, you don't give it people. We are all very gullible. We are gullible. We will all buy into it and then we start cleaning ourselves. We marry, go to Lagos. Every Saturday, go and see the weddings. As Igbos and Yorubas are doing their own online, they are, hugging and, making love behind the scenes, enjoying themselves, getting married, right? I am Igbo. I'm married to Yoruba. I have a lot of my family members, a lot of us married, and you see, I didn't even grow up in Lagos. I did not grow up in Lagos. For you to say, okay, maybe because I was in Lagos and that is why I somehow it was Yoruba people that I saw. I didn't grow up in Lagos. I grew up in Delta State, right? So I'm just trying to say that we've integrated so much as a country. We've come a long way for us to understand this game they play, but we still don't. Why? Because they have used hunger to weaponize us. They can give somebody 1,000 naira and then we'll go and do another thing. Why? Because you might be surprised that that person has not seen 1,000 naira in like 3 days. And then somebody just comes to say, I'll give you this 1,000 naira if you can vote. We are all so tribe. So go and vote our person. Or you give the person half bag of rice or 1 cup of rice. You bought them. They've weaponized poverty in the country. And it's really sad. So I agree with you that, Emmanuel, I agree with you that the government is using ethnicity to divide us and all of that, but we are allowing it. We are. That is why I like what there was a post that a government official from Lagos State made about, what's his name? Rosevival. I think Rosevival went to Ibadan for Olubadan's coronation. And then he made one post. Now, this Rosevival is a Yoruba man who, the mother is from River State. But somehow, during that political time, they wanted to play that game that the mother is Igbo, which is not necessary. But in the real sense, the mom is not even Igbo. The mom is from River State. Anyway, the guy is even Yoruba, first of all, because the guy is from Lagos State. But one of the Lagos State government officials now wrote something about monkey and all of that. I love the way Ibadan people came out and hushed him. We don't do that tribal bigotry here. We don't do that. First of all, even the guy is even Yoruba, and see what you're doing. Not to talk of if the guy is really Igbo. That some of them forgot their bigotry so much that, as in they forgot themselves so much that he played out even doing it to themselves, just because a parent is from another tribe. And not even the Igbo part for us to even say, okay, maybe not there the hate they come from. But what I'm saying is that we all cannot continue like this. We have a country to build. We cannot continue like this because isn't this fighting ourselves that we're all developing hate for our country, and then it's playing out in the way we project our country. We're all going out there. Desmond, you said what? Tribal issue is common in all Africa, but I heard it's too much in Nigeria. Opong, your name, are you from Ghana or Liberia? Yeah. Okay. It's common in Africa. In Nigeria, it's a lot. It happens. Yes. One of our issues our biggest problem in Nigeria is tribalism. I say that without apologies. It's tribalism, and it became worse in the last 2 years. It became worse. And that's why some people are forgetting that they are Nigerians, and then because of how they forget where they are, the tribal thing has eaten deep into them that they go out on social media and talking, forget, and then when they are talking, you have to now look again to say, wait, oh, this person saying this about Nigeria is a Nigerian. You could, because you'll be expecting that the person saying that maybe is from another country, but you will look, this person is a Nigerian. You're like, what? You're like, what? Like, how did we get here? How did we get to this point that we forget who we are? We forget what we represent. If we all come together when we, the kind of coming together that football, brings us, that kind of, when like a Nigerian is doing something, the way we come together. If we all come together like that and face our politicians, they will all sit up. They will sit up because they know that, okay, if this person does not support me, I mean, I have my tribe, they'll support me. Let me do the way I please. No, you're not, especially when you occupy a particular position, you're not doing things for your tribe. You're doing things for the nation. So a day like this, I decided to use this day to, I've come online a long time ago, but I didn't, this was not planned. If I had planned it, I would have done it in such a way that I would bring people on and we would discuss, but I didn't plan it. So I just wanted to come here and rant. But my message really is that while we continue to call on our government to do the right thing, all of us, let's understand we are all stakeholders in this project called Nigeria. Let's all understand that we are all part of the growth of this country. Let's understand that, yes, tribalism and corruption is deeply rooted. Tribal imperialism is what dominated over freedom in Nigeria. Yes, but you see, we can unlearn things. We can unlearn things because we used to think that this generation would know better. That there are some things that our forefathers did that didn't favor us, that is the root cause of where we are today. But you see, the problem we are causing now, a generation will come and blame us for it. What are we even doing to change that narrative? Nothing. We are blaming people who started it for us. Yes, it's okay for us to blame them. But are we doing anything that will make a generation to come to say, okay, this generation A did to this extent. Thank God for this particular generation. They came to change it. Are we? Instead, we're still feeding that narrative. We're still continuing in that line and thinking that, okay, because an Igbo man, na make they no like him. Because an Yoruba man go say na make they no like him. Because an Hausa, we are all just divided across that line. Sadly. So when we want to demand, if anybody goes like this girl that was, that this Arise news presenter that was, quiet recently. If all of us come out to say, government, you are not doing things right in terms of security, there will be some section of people, or I don't want to call all of them, but there will be some people from Yorubas that will say that they are calling out this government because he's a Yoruba man. No, because even if it's an Igbo man that is there and this is happening, or it's an Hausa man that is there, or this is happening, because even when Buhari was there, they were still calling out Buhari now when we have incidences like this. So let all of us agree that even if Obi enters tomorrow, or one Mr. Okocha enters next tomorrow, let's agree that it's the same measure that we are calling out Tinubu now because of what is happening in security. If it happens, if Igbo man enters or Hausa man enters, let's all agree that we will call them out. We'll call out the government the same way. Let us just agree that we will all do that. And then maybe from there we'll start speaking in one voice. But until then, we're just all chasing shadows. We're not ready for a better Nigeria because we think that it's the government that has that wand to repair it. Not knowing that we, in our own little way, that if I go online to say, Nigeria, this country, rubbish, this, that, I am not helping my country. I'm not. Yes, okay, everybody will come and read it and give views, Abby, if it's views you're looking for. But how have you helped your country? How? Particular group of Nigerians domiciled in a particular country. I've also done a video for those ones. Their own is obviously they arrived at a country where the marketing Nigeria sells for them. So yes, they saw a market there and they are milking it. They're in a country where it is okay. Like the people of those countries, they are just happy. They want to hear that they are better than Nigeria. So the Nigerians that went there, so okay, this thing sells. Because check it, that is it's only when they post things like that they get views. It's only when they post things like that they get views. So and they've opened shop with that. They've opened shop. That just it works for them. That is not in any way that way you're not helping your country. That is not a way to demand for good governance or better Nigeria. No. That is no way you're demanding for a better Nigeria. You're just trying to capitalize on the hate towards Nigeria to get your views. We are all Nigerians. We want Nigeria to be better. We want Nigeria to take its pride of place in the global stage. We are getting there. We will get there. Slow and steady. But you see, we will not if we all don't join hands to do it. We will not. Because you see, if we all think that we want to just sit down and be saying things trash, the government that we're thinking that they are the ones, they will keep doing and if they're stealing, they'll keep stealing. Because why? They've divided us. And that is all they need to do. That is all they need to do. That is all they need to do. Okay, yeah. You see, I think, okay, Desmond, I want to believe that you're from Ghana, yes. So, yeah, Nigeria is a peculiar country. A more smaller country, and this is not in a way trying to excuse anything, but let me just explain some things that some people don't know. It's just like you cooking a big pot of rice and a small pot of rice. You understand, you will agree with me that it's easier to cook a smaller pot of rice than a bigger pot of jollof rice. It's smaller because the ingredients you add, it's just a small pot, right? So when people compare how some countries that are smaller in Nigeria, how it works in terms of tribal, whatever, they forget to understand the peculiarity of Nigeria. Sorry, Desmond, I'm coming. He said, do you believe Nigeria should divide in order for peace to reign? You see, that is sweeping. How do I explain it? You will have a big problem. You want to go and cut it from the middle. You have a big tree that you want to cut. You don't want it to grow again, but you go and cut it from the middle. Meanwhile, the root is still deeply rooted from the source that gives it strength and nutrient to grow. You can't do that. You say you want to divide Nigeria for peace to reign. You see, if you divide Nigeria, let's say you divide Nigeria, East goes their way. Yoruba, Hausa, everybody goes. A time will come, let's say they divide and let's say some Delta state still joins Yoruba, joins Igbo, we all go, right? A time will come, maybe an Anambra man becomes president of the new Nigeria that cut out. A time will come that an Abia man will say, no, Anambra man has been president for how many years? When will Abia man be? A time will come and an Imo man will say, hey, before you know, you start disintegrating more. Because that is the issue, you're not solving it. The issue, you're not solving it. And then some people in Delta State that joined the maybe the Igbos that left will be saying, oh, because we are in Delta, are we not going to be president too? And then you come out. Share the other day I read in the other day I read in the I'm coming. The other day I read on the what do you call it, on social media, that the new I don't know how true, that the new Olubado of Ibadan said they should create, is telling the president to create Ibadan state. Now this is Oyo state as a whole. They want to create Ibadan. And then if they create Ibadan, and then Ogbomosho will now say, oh, since they can create Ibadan, can we now create Ogbomosho state? Oh, if they create you see, that doesn't solve the issue. If everybody starts saying, before you know, you pieces everything, and then the problem is still not solved. You see, in Delta State, you come out, there will be a tribe in Delta State only that will tell you that since the history of Delta State, Ijoman has never been governor. They too, they will be fighting to be governors too. And now this one I'm talking about, governorship now. They will say that they too have never been governors. One tribe will say, Kwaleman will say he too, they too, they've never produced governor. Like you can't solve issues by dividing things. No, because the issue, you only just did the surface. There's a root cause of that problem that you have not solved. So that is it. I feel like one of the problems, anybody can correct me, one of the problems is that after the war, the civil war, there is a lot that they didn't handle right. I've talked about this before. There's a lot that they did not handle right. There's this, you don't do, everybody, more than not cry again, everybody go, it's okay. Let's stop crying, it's okay, it's okay. They solved that issue like that. And that issue did not need that kind of solution. That kind of solution of, okay, no Victor, nobody win, nobody lose, oh yeah. But you're forgetting that nobody win, nobody lose, a lot of people already lost families. A lot of people lost their source of income. A lot of people lost till today. There are some people whose family just separate, they ran away till today. They don't even know whether they are dead, and that's it. They ran away and they might be alive somewhere, they don't know. They might be dead somewhere, they don't know. That's it. So people suffer the devastating effect of war for it to just end like no Victor, no Van, everybody just go like that. So I feel that is the root cause of some people's anger. That is my own belief. I was not born then, I don't know, I read, but I feel like a lot was not, people didn't sit down to say, okay, what was the thing that was a problem? And then they will not sit down properly and say, okay, we dropped so many bombs and all of that in this part of the country. Then let's go there and start building them back, because we dropped. You can say who caused the war, who started the war, who whatever. That is inconsequential. But if we are going for a solution and going for reconciliation and restoration, you will not be looking at that, right? You want to okay. We want to forgive everybody. Since no bomb was dropped in Lagos, as Lagos was capital then, the main place that the bomb was dropped was in the east at that time. So maybe a little bit of building and touching up and helping them build back, and some kind of counseling and psychological thing for people who went through war, was supposed to get, they didn't get. So people passed that. A lot of people lost their livelihood. Those who left from being Nigerian soldiers, joined the Biafran soldiers, and then, when they ended everything, they didn't call them back. They were not paid. Just a lot happened. That anger was passed from generation to generation, and people are still bitter about that. People are still bitter, whether you like it or not. There are a lot of people who are still bitter. And if we want to be honest, I'm not even here to say anything because God knows that I'm not even here to spark up anything. But if we want to solve the problem of Nigeria, you have to go to the root cause. Now, it would have been like it's since the war ended. I always say that the real problem of Nigeria started from that after that war. That's the truth. And now this is almost more than 50 years because the war ended in 1970. This is more than 50 years after the war. A particular tribe still don't feel that they belong here. Why? Because they feel like they don't have a stake. They don't like every. I don't know how to say it, but yeah, I hope those who understand what I'm trying to say. So that's what I'm saying, that there's a lot that is hidden in. You see, maybe you want to sweep your house, you start sweeping the debts instead of you to sweep it, pack it, and go and throw it away. But you start sweeping the debts under the carpet. The debt is still there. When you are ready, you will sweep it out and go and throw it away. That is what happened that time. The real issue or what caused it, they didn't treat it. They swept it under the carpet. And then they went to fight a war that ended, abysmally. And then they still didn't address the issue. And then years after, that is still haunting us. People are still angry. There are people who don't trust that tribe because they feel like, okay, they can do anything. A lot of people don't trust the Igbos, and that's the truth because of what happened that time. They don't trust them because they feel like, okay, because of people, what happened that time, anything can happen again. And the Igbos, too, a lot of them don't feel like they are part of this because after that war, they don't still, like, just a lot. This is what a proper integration, reconciliation, dialogue would have solved. Proper dialogue, proper integration would have solved. Rebuilding of that part of the country would have solved. Because the truth is, you can say that, oh, after that, a lot of people started traveling out of their region and nothing. When all the bombs have already dropped there, now these are people that after the war, they need to start building their lives back. What did they? And the building of that region, they didn't build. Instead, it was in Lagos they started building all the flyovers and all of that. What do you expect people to do in a war-torn area? What they were going to at least leave and go to the other part of the country, at least back to this Lagos also, to start making money. You see, Stephen Asari, I know you're Ghanaian. It reflects poorly on you when you come into someone's life. You are so disrespectful and rude to write that, go to your country and go and solve your own problem in your own country. Go and see, there are things happening in your northern part of your country. So go to your country and face your country. You see, this thing you just wrote here is 10 times back to your country because you can't be so rude and disrespectful. Hey, says JP, you can't be so rude and disrespectful on someone's live. Write that evil thing about your country and not my country. So continue in your foolishness and writing that. That thing you wrote there, I think is back to your mom. That useless woman you wrote there is back to your mom and back to your sister because I don't suffer fools like you. Okay? Yeah. So as I was saying to the reasonable people who are listening to me, we have a country to build. There are a lot of people who are angry, people who are upset, and rightly so. Nigeria, we're not breaking. We are not going anywhere. We will all stay in this country. We all don't spoil this country. We will all stay together to build it. We are not heading anywhere. We are Nigerians, and there's a reason why we have survived all these years. There's a reason why we have managed to weather the storm, all the things that life has thrown at us. There's a reason why we come out stronger. And you notice, I've said it that, see all the things I mentioned. In all of this, we are still topping on the continent of Africa. Everything, most of the things here is only politically we are even lagging behind. Every other thing we are topping. Everything, entertainment, in terms of uh, um, uh, GDP growth, whatever you want to call, we are topping. We just need a strong will from the government to cement whatever it is that we're building, and we get there. We will certainly get there if we all can agree that we have a country to build and we'll come together. But we get there. Okay. All right. This live is almost getting to an hour. I don't know. Let me see if I can read some comments. Okay, Ronnie one. Hello. Okay. Okay. Oh, sorry. Hey, classic man. Hey. We stay in Nigeria. Fix it. Yeah. We'll fix Nigeria. Don't worry. What we need in Nigeria is rotational leadership and regionalism. Yes, we can do that, but I don't know why our governments, they are not doing that. America was worse in back days, but they fought. Yes, yes, they had their time of their civil rights time, but yeah, they bounced back. So that's what I'm saying, that they've gotten to the point that if you they now they celebrate their greatness as Americans and can't bring their country down. They rather insult the leader who is not doing right than insult the entity called America. That's what I'm saying, that we should learn that too. Nigeria need rotational leadership. Yes, I agree. Emmanuel Nwachukwu. Emmanuel, I said that you're right. I'm seeing that you wrote so many things. Odogo said, hi, hi. Mm. Okay, I'll be visiting Nigeria again in December. Oh, please do. Nigeria, you will enjoy Nigeria. Forget the things happening out there. You will enjoy Nigeria. Nigeria, it's a beautiful place. The people are warm. We just have leadership issues. That's the truth. And you see, despite that, we still we still thrive. Yes, we still thrive here. So yeah, we have leadership issues, and we will definitely get there. We will solve it. I have so much hope because Nigeria has never always been like this. Yeah, right. So yeah, we will get there. We will definitely get there. I wish Goodluck Jonathan can be voted as Nigeria's next president 2027. I don't know about that. He has done his own time. Let someone else do. Yeah. We have tried him before. We are over 200 million people. We can try. We have a lot of pool to choose from. He has done his bit. He has contributed his own quota to the growth of the country. He has done well. He did. He did something. Got some things right. He also didn't get some right. But yeah, he has. There is no need bringing him back. We've tried him. He did how many after apart from his 4 years. Yaradua died, after doing almost like three years. So he completed Yaradua's time, and they did extra 4 years. So he did roughly five and something years. So that is okay. 5 years is like, for some countries, that is one tenure, 5 years, and you're done. See, yeah, yeah. Go and meet grandma. Yeah, go and meet grandma. I'm coming. Meet grandma. Good girl. Come. Okay. So yeah, a lot of people have their reservations about Goodluck Jonathan. So saying that he should come back, I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, there are some people that would say that his time, things were better off now. But hey, I'm of the opinion that we have tried him. He has done his bit. He has contributed his own quota to the growth of the country. But hey, forward ever. We can, if this present government contests for another term, if you feel like he's sorry, if I don't know, me, I'm not even here to campaign for anybody, so let me even forget that one. That is not even my own. That's not my cup of tea. My point is, I am a voter. I am a very, an advocate of, to vote. Like your vote is your right, right? So I'm always for everyone to vote. So whoever gets there, if Tinubu is coming out again, or if Obi is coming out, if Atiku, anybody who is coming out, the bottom line is go there and vote. Whoever enters, let's all agree that a Nigerian is there. Let us agree that it is a Nigerian then, is there, nobody else. So after we say, oh, who I want did not win, okay, then put in our eyes and then face who is there to do the right thing for us. Yes, that's what I'm saying. We face the government to do the right thing, irrespective of who is there. So yeah, um, who is also the government is not the only entity to build a country. Exactly. Who is that? Wise. I totally agree. That's what I'm saying. That everybody, we all have to build a country. It's not only government. Government is not the only entity to build a country. Individuals have the responsibility as well. The insecurity and tribal fight aren't caused by the leaders. Well, that aren't caused by the leaders. I feel like, reason-wise, I feel like they contributed. Why? Because they play up that part when it comes to election. They do divide and rule too much. They play up the tribal thing a lot. So that they may not expressly say, go and hate on this tribe, but in their action, in their words, they indirectly say that. So I would not totally agree that the government does not have a role. But if let's say they don't play a role in the tribal fights, do you see them consciously do anything to discourage it? No, they don't. So you can argue that they are not the cause. You can argue that, of which me, I'm on the ground that they do things that encourage it. That's how I would put it that way. They say things, they make inflammatory statements and behave in such a way that encourages tribal, quarrels. They do that. However, they may not expressly say, but their action um, says that, and they don't. And when the thing happens, you don't see them putting like good policies or measures in place to guide against it. So that's, to me, I can now say that they are part of it. I don't know. That's my own, in my opinion. Yeah. So next time, if I want to come on live, I would I would try to like talk about it ahead of time so that more people would join. I didn't. It was just an impromptu live, but I appreciate all those who came in to um, join this live. Yeah, all your contributions, all your suggestions. Yeah, so I think I have to end it here. I've been talking for more than an hour now. So the takeaway from here is that let us try to let's see ourselves as part of stakeholders in this country and ambassadors of the country in anywhere we find ourselves, even if you're online. Let's know this. Let's understand that the responsibility to build the country is not only on the government. We're not saying that you have money to do this. Like in your conduct, in your post, in things you say, in how you present yourself on social media, in things you post about your country, how you censor them. Those are the things that you're supposed to that will make you in your that's your own little contribution you can make for your country, you know. um if you're a content creator, try to, while you call out the government, try to also give them a pat on the back when they do things that are positive, right? Also, when you see Nigerians, for a minute you take the government aside, when you see Nigerians who achieve greatness, praise them, promote them, talk about them, because they are the ones that are making, if not for them, the government would have been, as much as the government will feel that they have not really helped, the greatness that we all celebrate as Nigerians, the few greatness we celebrate as Nigerians, they are not not government that did it. It's people like you and I, just people like you and I that, did it. So that's why we should continue to have faith and believe in our nation, because we are good people. We're a great nation. We all are stakeholders in this country. So it's not just the government, it's not the government, because tomorrow I can vote you in and you will become the government. Does that make you bad as well? You can vote me in tomorrow, I become the government. But if we see ourselves first as Nigerians, just maybe we'll start seeing things differently, right? Anyway, that's it. I have said that's it so many times. Okay, okay, wise, what are you saying again? The three major tribes in Nigeria must have a joint group to educate their people, so politicians won't be able to divide the tribe. Good. Yes. They should be. Yes. 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 Everybody should talk to their people properly. Yes. For that one, I agree. They should talk to their people. Everybody, because everybody, when it comes to political times, everybody, they all say what they say, that to gas up their people. They don't mind whether the thing is going to bomb the country. They just say things, and then they share them all. And when they finish, they share money and they share bag of rice. When we start educating our people properly in the right things to do, just maybe we'll all start, speaking in one voice and doing things in one accord. Okay. Anyway, that's it. I'm going to end this live now. Thank you so much for joining. I will try to do this live as often as I can. Yeah, I'll try it. But anyway, thank you so much. All those who joined, I truly appreciate you for joining. And please, when I post it, don't forget to share so that more people can watch it. Okay? Thank you so much. I see you again soon.